Oh, hello, beautiful people of the internet. My name is Ryan. Hi, YouTube. It is currently September 16th. I started playing this game September 18th, 2024. That means we got today. We got tomorrow. And kind of we have the day after that to finish it like within a year if we're being super generous about the rules. 3 days of stream. To play Satisfactory. Seamus says, by the way, happy Satisfactory. The game, not your playthrough. The game's publishing anniversary, release anniversary, today. That's awesome. I'm going to talk you guys through very quickly what we did. I did some work off stream. I've done a lot of work off stream to get the factory just kind of up to speed, pun intended. Joyce says, I honestly understand Alan Wake's lead because it's supposed to be a great game. I'm just biased to not want Ryan to play great games that I haven't played yet. Yeah, so we're currently voting between a couple different games for me to play in the month of October. Alan Wake being one of them. Okay, so here's what I did off camera. Damn, no PPE. I can do that. So I changed our entire bus, our tower, our bus, to be Mark 6. I replaced literally everything with Mark 6 belts and conveyors, or almost everything, which is crazy because that took so many fucking resources. Time crystals are so hard to come by that I literally had to build a coal train to bring in more coal to make more time crystals. I'll show you here in just a second. I literally had to bring in more coal to make more diamonds, to make more time crystals, because they're just hard to come by. And every belt that you build or conveyor lift that you build requires time crystals. So I did a couple other things off stream, like I widened our factory just a little bit, so it's a little bit wider so that we have some extra belts to work on. And I think that's mostly it. I'll show you our coal situation. So it says, hey YouTube, leave a like and a comment. Hey. Haven't joined a Satisfactory stream since the beginning. This will be fun and confusing. Probably a little bit of both. That's true. A little bit of both. We're deep in the game at this point. Hopefully we can beat it in the next 3 days. I don't know that it's going to work. By the way, can I nudge you towards the time-limited anniversary thing? You might not otherwise notice. It is non-spoilery. Yes, you may. Thank you for asking. Feel free to nudge me. Last we built was neural quantum processors. And here is our time crystal. We expanded our time crystal amount of stuff. Machines. We also expanded our... I no longer need these because I was using these specifically for upgrading the factory. So that's no longer needed. Check out the hub. It fits with your tash. My stash? What are you saying? It fits with your tash? Check out the hub. Your mustache? Okay. Fits with my mustache? Is it a... This is going to sound terrible. Is it like a 80s porno? Oh! What the fuck? Oh my god, it's a piñata. Can I hit it? Oh, Jesus. And a balloon, too. I can't pop the balloon. Disco ball? It isn't an 80s porno, but it is an 80s disco. It's a disco. Look at this summer sloop. Oh. You can hit it. You can hit them. They have physics. Oh! Swedish fish. That is FICSIT. That was 100% a Swedish fish. Oh my god, this game. A fish skit. Not Ryan immediately trying to break the decorations. It's a piñata. It's literally meant to be broken. Its whole purpose involves being broken. Now, a balloon, on the other hand, not so much. That's a fog machine. That's so funny. This is really cool. Oh my god, there's pizza. Did you know you can interact with a faucet? I didn't know that. The microwave as well. A little pizza, or a little cake, sorry. Pizza. That is a strange pizza. Amazing. It is an anniversary. God damn it. It is an anniversary. Why? Why is that so funny to me? Productive Packard Deluxe. Oh, that's the game. Okay. There's Coke. There's like grape fizz. By the way, all the tongles remind me that I love how much you love Tongle. I mean, maybe the best part of the game. I love how this is all just like fallen and kind of broken. This is so funny. What does this say? Does it say anything?
I knew it smelled like poop.
Just a silver balloon. Yo, holy shit, Ryohi Gaming, thank you so much for the raid. Oh my goodness, welcome in. We're just having a party over here. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had an excellent stream. Let's just do a little bit of Hi, how was your stream? Welcome in, welcome in. My name's Ryan. I'm playing Satisfactory for the first time ever. I don't remember how to do the emotes. T. Oh. Let's go. Went well? Let's go. Glad to hear it. Thanks so much for the raid. Twirl it. Let's go. It feels so weird to say that you've been playing this game for the first time ever when you're a year in. I know, it is strange. It is strange. At this point, I feel not particularly like a Satisfactory newbie, but... Okay, so here's where we should probably start. How you liking the game so far? I'm loving it. I'm loving it. We are on phase 5. We're hopefully about done with the game. We're playing the game blind, meaning we don't have any outside help, like no wiki, no tips, no backseating, no nothing. And we've pretty much made it all the way, you know, we're getting there. we're getting there. I'm going to try and finish the game in the next 3 days. I don't know that we're quite that close, but I'm going to try. Let's go ahead and grab... Oh, my God. We have way too much of this shit. Let's go ahead and empty our inventory. What should we do today? My thought for today is let's start by seeing if we can finish this milestone. We can always check on our productions for the actual phase 5. That's our overarching priority after all. Let's do that to empty our inventory. Go get some SAM fluctuators. Go from there. Start with that. Oh boy, how's you guys' week going? What's new? What's good? What's going on? It's not exactly my last week. Yo, thank you for the follow, Rio. Hey, let's stay in chat, but I should do the raid and run. Absolutely, yeah. Go take care of yourself. I thank you for the raid. Thank you. It's kind of my last week of cross country. Megan and I are going to be out of town next weekend for a... Perfect. That's 100 for a wedding. And next week is kind of the last week of cross country. So I'm trying to enjoy that. We've got a couple meets this week. Tactical Fluke says I have a date this weekend to look forward to. No solid plans yet. Still figuring it out. Is this a return date? Like not a first date? Is it a second date? What was the verdict on the mustache? I'm still putting it off. I still don't know. I can't figure out what I want. I think I'm probably going to cut it. But I haven't decided yet. Bye, Lost. Get to bed. Yeah, thanks for being here. First date, we've been texting for a couple weeks now. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah, you got this. I believe in you. Good luck. All right, let's check this in. That in. Hit the button. Spatial energy regulation. I think this is teleporting.
Milestone reached. Instant travel between chosen locations will be possible as soon as the main and satellite portals are built and paired. Do not ask me how it works. Not because I don't understand dimensional dispersal theory and the cross-warp applications of liminal peer-regulated parallel fibrillator nanocells, for example. But because you do not need to know. You go in one end, you come out the other. It's a door.
It's a door. Singularity cells, and then ballistic, whatchamacallem? Ballistic, not basalt, but ballistic warp drives. Build teleporter? Question mark? We can have that on the list. I don't know, brother. I bought an e-bike so I can start applying outside of my city. It's rough out here. I'm staying hopeful. Good luck, dude. Looking for a job. The weather is cooling off. Yeah, we're getting there. It's still warm as shit here in Indiana. Cams has been playing a lot of Hollow Knight. I want to watch more of Ryan's playthrough, but I still want to play myself. I can't do both at the same time. That's true. Yeah, how's it feel? Do you feel like you're massively behind in terms of like people are playing? What's it like to be a Hollow Knight player right now while people are playing Silksong? Is it amazing or is it frustrating? Do you have fear of missing out or are you... Let's grab the items for the next milestone, aka our last milestone. used modular frames, and go from there. I need 500 of these. That's only 50. We're going to put a storage container there. Brian pretending like he doesn't regularly play games 5 years after they come out. Listen, it's true. I have a fear of missing out. But I also am like, you know, I have what I think a lot of people don't have, which is that I have like an audience paying attention to me. So it's like, even if I'm missing out on a game, I'm also, you know, I have the idea that maybe if I'm lucky, people will watch me play it at some point in the future. I need 500 of these. They stack to 40. So that's 100, 200, 300, 400. I have how many in my inventory right now? I have... just 50, so I need that many. 450. But Hollow Knight is also different, right? Because it's like, it's, I don't know. Do you get what I'm asking? Like, if somebody was playing Hollow Knight right now, like an amazing video game experience, if they're loving Hollow Knight while Silksong is also out, do you have FOMO, or do you just have that experience of like, oh my god, there's more of the amazing thing that I'm playing right now? It's a great problem to have. Should I power shard these bitches? I could. Our power is interesting. We're... oh, God. We are occasionally consuming 44,000, so I probably should not power shard these bitches. Hi, Aaliyah. How's it going? Probably less suffering. Silksong has hands. Iculus says, I want to play Silksong, but I have so little time. Oh, Iculos. So little time because you have, like, a job and, like, a person you're dating and, like, wow. Must be really rough out here. Wow. What a problem. Need 250 time crystals. I watch streams like this to vicariously enjoy games I don't have time to play. 200. I'm reading more about Fat Bear Week. Apparently there was voter fraud. In 2022 there was voter fraud. Has anybody here read the Anthropocene Reviewed? Hi, Aaliyah. How's it going? Yo, do you have a vote for one of our 4 games for the sub war? Do you have a vote? Hi, Aaliyah. Thank you so much for the sub. 21 months. Thank you. I appreciate that. Has anyone read the Anthropocene Reviewed by John Green? I feel like I really, really, really need a John Green review of Fat Bear Week. I feel like I would enjoy that so much. Like a way too serious and literary take on Fat Bear Week. During the semifinals of the 2022 event, Bear 435, known as Holly, initially appeared to defeat 747. An investigation by park officials found that Holly had received 9,000 votes in a short span of time. After fake votes were discarded, 747 was determined the winner. Wow. I mean, that's amazing. Can I donate my vote to someone else I don't have a preference? You could do whatever you want with your vote, sure. You can auction it off to the highest bidder if you want. How do you want to determine who to give it to? You can do whatever you want, Ellie. Sorry, Aaliyah. Ooh, do I not have this in a... Neural quantum processor is used in AI expansion server. So I'm not putting in a dimensional depot. We probably should just to be safe, though, right? I don't think we're putting in a dimensional depot. How to do voter fraud on a stream, deciding what to play from 4 games. Oops, that's not Google. Oh my god. Spooktober had its own voter fraud. You want a too serious John Green essay? I want a silly animated movie about the Bears competing. We can have both. We can have both. Okay, as soon as we get fused modular frames, we'll have the next milestone ready, which is fine. Now that I have removed some of those, I'm guessing our consumption is up, yeah, in the 50,000 range. So we're actually kind of out of power, which is a little bit of a problem. Neural quantum processors are being made, though, so we can check that off the list. Done. That would leave AI expansion servers. Wonder what David Foster Wallace would have thought about Fat Bear Week. I wonder that too, actually. That's a great point. David Foster Wallace's essay on cruises is still one of my favorite things. You're going to give your vote to Meg. Oh, that's so smart. Okay, okay. Let me write down Meg times 2 because she definitely has a sub as well. I'll make sure. I like that. I'll make sure Meg gets 2 votes. Yeah, I'm thinking like a John Green essay about what it says about us as humans that we vote on these bears, you know? Does it get 2 stars? Does it get 5? I'm not sure. H times 2, absolutely. I don't know what Meg would pick between the 4 games. So, Little Nightmares, Amnesia, Alan Wake, or Resident Evil. I wonder if I could convince her... Never mind, I probably shouldn't say what I'm hoping for. I'd honestly be okay with playing... This is my diamond setup, by the way. I'd be okay with playing any of the games. That's why I put them on the list. This is our diamond setup. Look at this. This is 2,400 coal being constantly fed to make diamonds to make time crystals. These diamonds are still... It's still not that many diamonds. Still a pretty paltry diamond production. Oh my god, which reminds me. We have like 4 hard drives. Maybe... So I will say, I looked at this. There are a lot of recipes when you search diamonds. So I do think one thing we should absolutely do is see if we can get any hard drive alternate recipes going, because I forgot that I had those hard drives in my inventory. Finally, you made more diamonds. I now understand where the power consumption comes from. Yeah. These fucking particle accelerators with being both overclocked and one of them is being output multiplied by 4. The other one's being output by 2. The other one's being output multiplied by 1.5 because we don't have enough summer sloops. But literally 1,200 a minute. So, okay. From there, let's go make the next thing. Chat, you have my permission to yell at me in 9 more minutes if I don't check my hard drive. Let's go AI expansion server. If we're going to get this done in a couple days, I think what we're going to have to do, the first things first is we're just going to have to try and make all of the products we can make. We don't know what we're doing. Like, we don't know what the limiting steps are until we have made absolutely everything we can make. I think I already have magnetic field generators. That was one of my old parts. We have these. We have these. We have this. So it's made in a quantum encoder. Meaning it's once again gonna like overlap. Maybe I'll just move it further out. The significant pause after you have permission to yell at me was so tempting. I wanted to start yelling immediately. You guys have permission to yell at me. I mean, frankly, you don't need my permission. You do it anyways. But, you know. Yeah, this is going to break our power. This is bad. This is going to break our power. And also, our power is sort of already a ticking time bomb because, I mean, it is literally nuclear waste. So it is kind of a time bomb. Because we just have, like, a vertical storage. We have the world's largest radioactive trash can over here. And the minute that shit fills, our entire thing just breaks. Our entire factory breaks the minute that shit fills. So that's not good. But what am I going to do about that? Fuck if I know, dude. For now, I'm just going to try and finish the game as quickly as possible and hope it doesn't fuck that shit up. Hi, Jerome. How's it going? Sometimes when we yell at you, it's even justified. Yeah, I mean, I would say sometimes, for sure. But not all the time, but sometimes. You need magnetic field generator. You need neural quantum processors, which means I should put this on the belt. It is currently not on the belt, but we can put it on the belt. On the bus, I should say. There are absolutely some parallels here with data centers crashing the modern grid. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, there are. Oh, yeah, there are. F if I know is a solution, I guess. The problem for later. A nuclear calamity? Yeah, yeah. A nuclear calamity. That's a problem for our next... That's the problem for the next generation. The failing power grid is a problem for the next generation, is probably how I would say it. Hi, Cassie. How's it going? I've played 1 hour of Satisfactory. I came to have a peek at what late game is like. Whatever you're doing right now is ridiculous, but this is ridiculous, but this is ridiculous. You mean to tell me you don't understand what a neural quantum processor is? How about if I abbreviate it as a neural quantum proc? Is that better or worse for you? I'm using chisel on rocks. Did I put that the wrong way? Yeah, I probably did. No? I don't know, brother. I don't know, brother. Wasn't it neural quantum P? Probably. You're right, of course. We have to use P because then it sounds like penis. You're so right. You're so right. But unfortunately, I don't know if neural quantum P will fit here. Will it fit? Is a question people with neural quantum P's always have to ask. Is it in? It fits! Hi, I'm Rizzy. I don't know if this will ever happen. I'm crossing my fingers Ryan will play the Jedi games by Respawn someday. Because I want everyone to play them. Also, hi. Is this the, what's the name of it? What's the name? What's the name? Jedi. What's the one that's like a Souls light? Not Knights of the Old Republic, but Fallen Order. Is that this? Is that a Souls light? Survivor is the other one I was thinking of. We got to solve this issue. Our blueprints are in the wrong order. Needs to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom. Perfect. Oh my god, my game is fucking lagging. Holy god, we're getting like 5 frames a second. Newest Blueprints episode was Peak. Did you ever play Animal Well? I have not played Animal Well, no. So you watched the episode today? That shit is like an hour and a half long. It's like an hour 45 long. I guess it did come out 2.5 hours ago. I wasn't sure if the game was lagging or the stream. It's the game. The game is so... At this point, we have broken the game. I get like 20 FPS when I start trying to move blueprints around. Yes, I couldn't wait for it. Hell yeah. Yeah, I've not played Animal Well. I'm definitely interested in it. I just got to figure out when I'm going to get to it. Is the only real problem. I think we should build this out a little bit further. To me, it strikes me... To me, Animal Well is like Chance of Sinar. In terms of a, like, very, very high level of interest from me. Sort of like puzzly game I really don't want to know anything about. With a very high interest level. Like I said, very high interest level on my part. I don't know if that's super accurate. You know, I don't know how similar those games are at all, but I think they might also both be indies. Are they both indies? Hi, Ann. How's it going? Just start both today? Right now? When I'm playing Majora's Mask, Blueprints, Silksong. Oh, boy. I need fucking sleep. I'm having the time of my life right now on YouTube. It's kind of amazing. Like, it should be illegal to have these 3 games going at the same time. I have such a big problem, which is that when I decide to record, I don't know what to record. And I just generally record whatever is, like, whatever I need the most of. But, like, on an evening when I'm about to start recording, I can pick between, or an afternoon, I can pick between one of the best puzzle games I've ever played. That I'm still, like, in the middle of the insane, you know, in the middle of some really deep puzzles. Silksong, most anticipated game I've ever played. Or Majora's Mask, which is also its own little, like, enigma right now. Okay, we need neural quantum processors, magnetic field generators, and superpositional oscillators. Silksong question, are you recording a bunch ahead, or are you actually limiting how much you play? I'm limiting how much I play. I've recorded 1 extra episode than is... I've recorded 3 episodes, and 2 episodes are out. Yeah, I'm actually limiting it, which has been difficult in some ways, but I actually need to build this first. It has to be painful. It would be way more painful if I wasn't also playing all those other games I just mentioned. I mean, the good news is, like, I just don't. I mean, like, even if I had a lot more time, it would be more painful. Right now, even if I wasn't deciding to only play a little bit at a time, I wouldn't have the time to do it because right now I'm playing, you know, I'm doing a thing which I probably should not be doing, which is I'm doing 7 YouTube videos a week in the middle of cross-country season. I'm also training for an ultramarathon right now, which is not a small amount of my time and energy that is being sucked up in that, but it's a busy little period of life. What made you decide to do YouTube instead of stream for Silksong? Yeah, lots of things. Like Haster said, to give you guys the ability to stay ahead. If it's YouTube, you can just watch it whenever. If it's stream, you kind of are either there for the moment or you're not. I want you guys to have the opportunity to stay ahead. And that means releasing it slowly on YouTube instead of streaming it sort of 3 days a week. I also really frankly just wanted to like protect my playing experience. I wanted to have a playing experience that I was in control of. Yeah, I wanted to be able to sit down with it without the worry of moderating or without the pressure of talking about anything other than the game itself, you know. For better or for worse, if I'm streaming a game, there's also, you know, a little bit of like desire to talk about other stuff. There's been some crazy backseating on some other channels I've lurked who were playing Silksong. Oh, really? That sucks. Damn. That sucks. Your Hollow Knight streams include some of the most iconic spoilery channel lore. Include some of the most iconic spoilery channel lore. Oh, I understand. Spoilery channel lore. Yeah. Not spoiler discussion channel. Yeah. Absolutely. Agreed. Hollow Knight is kind of the stream game that introduced Hollow Knight and some Dark Souls. Bloodborne specifically. Sort of like taught us the most about how to do a blind playthrough on this channel, on the internet. There's a specific boss with a specific thing going on that I know some of you know that happened that was a super bummer when I got spoiled on that. There's obviously like an NPC. Yeah. Back before we had Away, back before, you know, I mean, I think at that point I wasn't even really putting like, please no tips or spoilers in the like title or the pinned message or, yeah, I mean, which was a bummer. Undoubtedly, that stuff was a bummer. On the other hand, wouldn't change our Hollow Knight playthrough I wouldn't change a thing about our Hollow Knight playthrough. Truly, I wouldn't change it. Like, we did Path of Pain as its own charity stream, which was an amazing... I'm realizing I should be careful about spoilers here. We did a lot of, like, I didn't know what we started the game during a charity stream, so I really, like, I'd heard it was beloved, but I was kind of, like, sleepy and distracted a little bit when we started the game, which led to some really hilarious misunderstandings about the game. We did a lot of just, like, constant, you know, like, normal streams of the game. Some amazing gambles. We had to learn a little bit how to... Nope, shit, that's the wrong one. Had to learn a little bit how to... moderate a game like that. And then we had some really fun late game stuff, too. I also think, if I'm being honest, I do think eventually we will bring Silksong to Twitch. My guess is that eventually it will become and I could be wrong about this, but in like 2 months, I think it's very possible Silksong becomes something that has moved to Twitch after we have like a really good understanding of the game. I don't know that for a fact. That's still very up for debate. Like, that's still very up in the air. What I did know is I did not want the start of Silksong to be something where I had to worry about anything other than the game. You know? I don't know. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. But sometimes a game is so large that the like wake it has around it, like the disturbance in the water, that is the like, you know, like everybody on the internet knows something about Silksong or is having a conversation about Silksong. Sometimes you just want to avoid that. Sometimes you want to participate in it, but it's hard to know what's right. I'm lucky I have both options, you know? If I was just a streamer or just a YouTuber, that would suck to not have any options. Speaking of what's good for Twitch, I just realized Alan Wake is definitely a YouTube game. I hear you. One of the first things I said today is some of these games are YouTube games, but the odds of them happening this October aren't high because we're playing a lot of other things. And I'd rather play them in a potentially slightly less than ideal situation than not play them at all. So if Alan Wake wins, which at this point it is leading, we'll see. We'll just go ham with moderating. We'll just be careful, you know? We'll just be super careful. We'll have heavy moderation. We'll have you know, we'll focus on it. We'll do what we can. We'll do our best. Frankly, there was another game that I was deciding on that I decided against that was going to be one of these that was also a YouTube game. Shit, wrong button. That I was like, at some point, just got to pull the trigger. Just got to say we'll go for it. Okay, so right here we need... we need this. I get that. I'll be super excited if it wins. It's very fitting for your particular skill set. I'm excited. I'm excited to see if it wins. I'll be stoked to play it. I tried to ask the mods what they thought would win from our list, but we kind of missed the chance to predict. If I would have had to put money on one of the 4 games leading at this point, or winning overall, I guess, I probably would have picked Resident Evil. Just because I feel like those games have such a, like... just such a... I just feel like they're really beloved. I don't know. Maybe we know what game. I almost put Control on the list, honestly. I almost had Control, and I decided... I got talked out of it by the mods a little bit because it's a little bit less spooky and a little bit more just like... I think it's like, it kind of fits, but it kind of doesn't, so. Control is a scary game. It's so funny what people say is what games people say are or are not scary. It's so funny. We need Super P oscillators, which I think is 74. Magnetic field generators, and then... oh, let's see here. Why did you pick Resident Evil 4 instead of a different Resident Evil game? So I was talking with the mods a little bit, and Evo said Resident Evil 2 is more like Resident Evil 7 survival horror, and Resident Evil 4 is action horror. And I have played 7, so I kind of know what that is. I don't know exactly what to expect from 4, and I figured it would be fun to try and get a taste. I think I did that math right. Did I get that wrong, Evo? Did I do it backwards? I might have done the math wrong. I can literally never remember. Exclamation cams in chat, by the way, for the P matter, please. Resident Evil 2 is not survival horror. That's literally what it's classified as. Your ma'am timer has expired. Thank you, Shammy. Appreciate you. Scan another. What did I just get? Fused quick wire or stitched iron plate versus iron wire or leached deuterium ingot. Okay, we'll mess with that later. Okay. Magnetic field generator and excited photonic matter. That is here. Go here. Magnetic field generator. I don't know if that is... Yeah, right here. 44. Okay, let's go here. Drag it all the way. Chad, if you had to say right now, what do you think the odds of me beating this game on Thursday or before? If you're in the know, do you have belief, disbelief? If you're not in the know, you can ignore the question. Belief? I'll take it. 420. Disbelief? Carly's not in the know. Listen, Carly. Hush. Carly has no fucking idea. Carly's over there Googling Fat Bear Week facts. Carly's got no idea. I'm in the know with you, Ryan. Okay. All you do is say beating the game today and then not doing that. And I think it's possible you're taking like the part I said about what Evo said, which was definitely a summary. This is one of those situations where I don't know a lot about a game because I can't, because I'm playing them blind. I took a small piece of information Evo gave me about the genre, replicated that. I'm sure they're different. I'm sure they have their own. I'm sure they have their own, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The full Resident Evil decision-making process looked like this. I want to play. I should put a Resident Evil game on the list because I'm interested in trying the other ones. We've talked about.
Must grow.
The factory must grow. Hi, nobody knows. How's it going? We've talked about 2, 4, and 8 in the past. 8, I have been warned. Probably not great if you have a small child, which I do. So then, debating 2v4. I know they're both iconic. I hear 4 is a different genre than the one I have played. I say, all right, cool, I'll do 4. That's basically what happened. I don't know the end game, but I feel like this is going to be Pokemon scheduling. Unfortunately, I'm out of town after this week, so if I don't beat it by Thursday, I'm really not going to beat it for a while. I'm out of town next week for a wedding. Hi, nobody knows. How you doing? All right, let's drag all this shit back. Probably should have picked the other one. I think it's fine. Do. That's a little ugly clipping, but don't look, chat. It's fine. Don't look. You didn't see anything. I love this stuff just moving through the floor. Have you shared where the wedding is? Like, are you flying? Yeah. We are flying. It's in Colorado. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere, Colorado. Yeah, we're going to take it out. So if I don't come back to stream after next week, it's because flying with a 1.5-year-old killed me. And I am deceased. And I no longer exist. So if this is the last time we get to hang out, it's because of that. It's been nice knowing you guys. We're going to cross paths in the night in Colorado. I'm going there the following week. I'll cross your path in the middle of the night in a dark room in Colorado if you want to, Tony. Bye, Ann. How long is the flight? Not terrible. A couple hours, probably. Probably like 2 hours, if I had to guess. So, did I just do that wrong? I did. I did do that wrong. We need a particle accelerator to take the liquid dark matter residue and turn it into diamonds. Here's the problem. The way we've been doing these things, this one, never mind, this is not a problem. This one does not take dark matter crystal. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this into... Oh my god, this just keeps getting worse. I just realized. Holy shit. Dark matter residue can only be turned into dark matter crystal, but it takes diamonds. And diamonds is the thing we are fucking low on. Oh my god, this is terrible. Oh boy. So every new item that we build that produces dark matter crystal is going to take more coal. Now, hold up. It's going to take more coal than we can fucking... We do have alternate coals, though. Oh, shit. Do we need to do this? Oh, fuck, guys. We're in trouble. I need to update my license before I go because there's this new real ID requirement for domestic flights, so that's annoying. Yeah, that is annoying. That is annoying. comedian on cruise had a joke. When one guy uses his shoes for a bomb, everyone has to take out their shoes for security. When one guy uses a liquid, everyone has to get limited on liquids. Why can't one guy use a baby to get a bomb on board? No babies allowed on flights. Hi, Zaran. How's it going? Probably was right for knowing you is what I'm hearing. I mean, it's possible. Diamonds are a problem. Diamonds are there alternate? Yeah, we did. There's these. Okay, so we need those ASAP. We need alternate diamonds immediately. I hope that they exist. Let's continue to just get everything set up. Everything needs to be made. Like at least at very slow speed. That'll tell us at least a minor amount of our power problems. Okay. We also need to bring diamonds in here, which sucks. And then we need to bring... and this is taking, what's it called? Anybody have any advice for taking a 15-month-old on a flight, by the way? The shit is idle because it's waiting on that. Ma'am should be ready. Okay. Do we need these in dimensional? No, we don't. Not at all. We don't need them in a dimensional depot, but what we should do is put a smart splitter here. Before we do anything else, we should put a storage container here. We need 256 of these. Is that a smart splitter? It's not a smart splitter. Fuck! Are you traveling with Meg? Yeah. We're traveling together. Thankfully. Any, then overflow this way. Take these 4, chuck them in here. We have 8. I don't know how many this is going to take, though. Bring snacks, entertainment, and patience. Okay. Advice is hopefully it's a short flight. Oh. Bring munchies so she can poop her ears from swallowing. I now understand that you meant pop. But oh boy, did I get really confused when you said bring munchies so she can poop. Trying to poop her ears. My advice would be don't do it. We are going on a trip in October where we are not taking a baby. Baby is Elle is staying home with grandma, and we're like, sorry, kid. You are absolutely not going. We are gonna miss you, but The part that's crazy to me, I'm not even really all that I'm a little nervous about like the flight itself. I'm frankly mostly nervous about getting all of the shit on the fucking plane. It's crazy. Oh, it's like I don't know, maybe there's some parents in here who have very different opinions, but Megan, who I love very dearly, has decided, and I support her on this, despite how it sounds, like what I'm saying right now. Megan has decided, and I support her on this, just to be very clear, that we are not going to rent a car seat where we are going. Because those are apparently Those get apparently really bad, like ratings for safety. Rented car seats. From most of the places that you get them. So instead, this is wrong. Yeah, you know, this is right. Instead, we will be taking a car seat. But of course, you can't just take a car seat. You also have to take a pack and play for a place for them to sleep. And you can't just take a place for them to sleep and a place for them to sit. You also need fucking stuff for them to... What is this? What is this Rubik's Cube shit doing? Oh my god, it's jumping around everywhere. I've heard it's a good strategy for one parent to board when called for families to bring the bags on and get situated while the other parent stays in the airport with babies so they can run around as long as possible. If you give a mouse a cookie, but if you bring a baby on an airplane. It's a lot of baby accoutrement. It's crazy. It's like the stuff doubles. Buy a car seat when you get there, return it prior to leaving. Hey, sorry, my kid shit in this car seat, but we don't actually want it anymore. Can you take it back? Superposition oscillation moves when you observe it. So this is like that whole you cannot both measure something and you cannot both observe something and measuring inherently changes what you are measuring. I'm using that really bad. I'm describing that really bad. Oscillator circuit uses the mechanical resonance of a vibrating crystal to create a string vibration with a precise frequency. What is that called? The uncertainty principle? What is that called? That's not uncertainty principle, is it? What's that called? The, like, by measuring something, you have necessarily also altered it? That is Heisenberg uncertainty. Okay, perfect. Hopefully we run ourselves out of... Hopefully we fill up on time crystals very soon, meaning we can use these diamonds and keep this stuff moving. Because if so, then we can get rid of this, meaning we can create more expansion servers. Meaning here we need to go merger, sync. That may be my name inspiration. Uncertain Prince. Ooh. I see what you got going on now. Does this take 100 per minute? It takes 150 per minute, meaning this machine should be running pretty constantly as long as the dark matter residue is getting used and as long as we're providing enough stuff. How bad does our power look? Not great. You can't both know the location precisely and the exact momentum of the thing. Quantum physics, uncertainty principle. What's the count at the moment for the horror games? The horror game situation is Alan Wake at 10. Everything else at 5.